106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
How do you like them apples?
I drink your milkshake.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Say hello to my little friend. The power of Christ compels you.
Here's Johnny. War mustang, boy. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Hello. Welcome to Half Focused, episode 2. Recorded the same night as episode 1.
Not important.
Well, just so you know, based off the quality,
For comparison.
we've had a couple more sprites.
No. Attack the block is what you meant to say.
Right, yeah.
Talking to the mic this time.
I will talk into the mic. I'm leaning in.
So
I'm ready to roll.
honestly, I don't know who directed this, so let me look it up.
That's great.
We're really prepared.
We should have done that one before.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just want to, while we were watching it, Noah looked over at me. Let me just preface this with this.
Oh, you're really going to do that to me.
I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's okay.
This could be tainted, but I was shown this movie, I think when I was 13 by my, 13, 14 with my older brothers, and, it's a very, cult classic, real, I don't know, or, it's a niche type of movie almost. So I'm I don't know, I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie. So you, during the screening, were not looking quite as interested in it, and I was curious as to why.
See, okay. I was seeing this for the first time, having never seen it before. It was pitched as a similar movie to Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. I get where you're coming from with it.
Yeah.
I will say I enjoyed the movie. I think it was a above average, a good movie overall.
Thank you. Definitely worth a fucking watch.
Definitely worth a watch. Do I think it's worth a second watch? Anytime in the next 5 years for me?
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not hating on it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just saying, there's some movies that I'm after I see it, 6 months later, I want to see it again. This, for me at least, was not one of them. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I mean,
but
honestly, it's been 6-7 years since I've seen it, so that's fair.
No.
And then I was just I really want to rewatch it. It's definitely, I think later on you might be bored one night and want to watch it because it's fun. It's fun
it's an
fucking
enjoyable movie.
Yeah. I don't know. It's okay, I mean, we are not exactly British kids from the hood.
Not quite. We're close.
We don't fit that description.
We're close.
So.
Are we close?
But this movie is about it's an alien movie. It's got the shithead kids, but it's about a lot. I think it's really about a lot more deeper shit than that goes into race and socioeconomic people just the main character Moses. He's just this kid in this he's they even directly bring it up he's this black kid in this poor ass part of the England. I don't know where the fuck they are.
South London.
Okay, South London, and they just they feel no one gives a fuck about them, which is sadly the way that this world is kind of going.
I think what he said was, first they sent the drugs to us, then they sent the knives and guns to us, and now they're sending fucking aliens after us.
Exactly, and then even up until the very end, it's just, I guess not spoiling it yet, but It's definitely...
It got deeper at the end.
Yeah. And then also, just at the very, very beginning, this might have been the sprites talking, but I was feeling a lot of existentialism about aliens. And that could be because of other things going on in the world right now.
Do you want to talk about Bobby Lazar?
Bobby Lazar. Let's bring...
Little Mr. Robert Lazar.
Of course I want to talk about Bob fucking Lazar, because what the fuck? What if aliens come down and that's what they... Okay, obviously my issue with the alien, if I'm taking the alien situation on this film literally, the aliens just plummet out of the sky as like bodies pretty much. I mean, we don't really know, but it's like, if they did come down to fucking go kill some people, it would be a lot more technical. And it would not be them running around.
We can get to it in a minute. This is a whole different concept of aliens than me and you actually kind of believe in. Like when it comes to like coming to Earth, the whole concept of aliens in the movie is a lot more of a bumblebee type alien.
Okay.
A bee type, like they said,
a weird fucking comparison, but I get what you're saying.
A less intelligent, more primitive insectoid type alien.
Yes, it's definitely like they describe it as like a crazy fucking gorilla thing, like whatever. I don't know. They say a couple. You know what it looks like to me? Did you ever play Temple Run?
Yeah.
It looks like those fucking things from Temple Run that chase you in Temple Run.
That's what
it looks exactly like.
Because the closest comparison I could come up with was a brown bear. Like if a brown bear was fucking coming out of you.
No, it looks
that's it.
It looks exactly like those. So that's the reason you should watch this movie. It's just literally.
Of Temple Run.
I have nostalgia about this movie, but like, it's a fucking good movie, and you have such a fun time watching it, and it's worth it. Like it's just like it's $2.99 on Amazon, $3.99. It's
$3.99 to rent.
$3.99 to rent, and I think the SD version is $2.99.
Just pirate it online.
Or no. Oh wait, no. Pluto.com. We're sponsored. I'm kidding. In our closet, we're sponsored. But
always got to bring up the closet,
because
man.
Noah, your brother's shirts are hanging behind you. That's why I gotta bring it up. That's
those
what
are
I
my
fucking
dad's
look at.
old shirts from when he was less fat.
This place is a fucking disaster.
And actually, that's my suit from freshman homecoming.
Oh boy,
killing it.
I mean, whatever.
It was a summer flavor.
I don't even think I went to that, so I had no friends.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you. But speaking of friendship, this movie, I fucking loved it. And I think the reason, like I was saying, the reason it's just like you need to watch it, like, this actually brings me into a totally other different point, but I kind of wanted to ask you, because this feels like a cult movie to me. This is a cult movie. Like, and it's like I would say I'm even in that cult almost. Like it's a John Boyega. He's the the star. So like you got him in fucking what's it called, Star Wars now, and
he is Finn.
It's
right?
And it's produced by Edgar Wright, who directed like Scott Pilgrim and Hot Fuzz. The reason I said Hot Fuzz was because, or not Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
It's because like the monster-ish thing, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not really, but it's just like, and it's almost like a light touch to it, to a point. But, okay, what I was going to ask is, what do you think are the criteria for a cult movie? Because this is actually, I was just thinking about these, thank you. I only have two random weird things. One of them is kind of like a side thing, and then one of them I really feel. The side one is just recognizable actors, which in like people, which not even just actors, even just like people that were involved in the production. Like I think when you think of pretty much all cult movies, they have a recognizable person behind them, like something that it was like that person's weird or recognizable. Edgar Wright, you know what I mean? They have like this like taste to them that I don't know.
I mean, I'll reference the and this is obviously one of my favorite cult classics, but like also one of the most famous cult classics now. American Psycho. Like
That's
Christian,
awesome movie.
yeah, Christian Bale. He's a fucking amazing in it.
Exactly.
And he's, the one you remember from that movie.
Exactly. So, I don't know. It's just recognizable characters, and then in a weird way, like in your dark way, every cult classic movie, if you're fucked up, the reason it's cult classics is because it's the fucking fucked up people that like those movies.
Yeah.
And that would be me. So, it's literally like, when I'm watching those kids, like, it's like, you relate to them to a point where you're just like, oh, like, I feel that sense of just like, fuck these people, do whatever. I'm not at all like that, but it's just like, in other cult movies, that it's like American Psycho, it's like, okay, no, I'm not a fucking psychopathic murderer, I'm not trying to do these things, but it's like, this weird fucked up part of you is almost like, you're like seeing it, and and it's just like, I think it, like with these kids, and the reason I brought all this up to begin with is like, all the fucking kids together have such this like brotherhood, friendship, camaraderie, where they're just like, it's like a fucking platoon of soldiers. Like, they leave no man behind to a point, and it's just like, that's not completely true, but it's, I really like I don't know, the movie like touches me in some weird way.
Okay, I'm also just kind of coming up with this because you're kind of talking about that with the friends and the connection. You've seen the movie Warriors, right? Or
fuck yeah, Warriors!
Yeah,
come
that
out
one.
to play.
Like, thinking about it, that is very similar. Because this
that's
one,
actually a really, like, that's a really good fucking comparison.
I'm just kind of thinking about, like, this one, it's the kids taking back their block from the aliens. Warriors, it is them, more traveling, getting home, but it's them in their city, fucking taking back their family, their hometown, their home area, and getting there.
Honestly,
and it's a fucking bond of people. And yeah, I fucking.
No, yeah, I was like, while I was watching it, I was just like, this movie is kind of more about poor youth and just like the lives of them. Like, it's almost like yes, this is the extraordinary event that's happening, but it's showing you how they are in their day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, they call him like Skinner or something, like the white kid in the group with the fucking
I can't remember.
the fireworks.
Yeah.
Whenever he's walking around, like, they're going down the stairs and the lady's talking to them, ma'am, you know what I mean? She's all like, oh, like, fuck you guys, or like, this is like scaring and everything, like, and the kid goes, oh, like, just getting something jumping us in the block, like, that's just another day. And I was like, obviously it's not that deep and they're just kind of fucking around, but it definitely is like, that just goes to show you, like, this is like their everyday, like, they do crazy shit. They run from the police, like, the whole time there's aliens trying to fucking kill them, and the entire time they're like, there's feds all over the place. I gotta lay low. Like, they are also concerned about that shit too, because they're like, that's how
they're more concerned about that, because, like, despite everything, and part of it, is maybe, I don't know if they thought about it this much when making the movie. There's one, just the whole, like, they're conditioned into it because of how much they've had to run from the police and be concerned about it. And two, they know the police, and at this point with the police, even if it's London, have guns. The fucking aliens don't have guns in this movie. So, the aliens might kill them, but the police can kill them from fucking 100 yards away.
And they literally don't call the police. They're like, fuck that.
No, and they called that one woman a fucking snitch the entire goddamn time.
Well,
most of the time.
Yeah.
Because she called the police.
That's what I was going to say. It's just, the brotherhood is romantic, though. That's what I'm saying. Because it's like, I don't know. I'm referencing Edgar Wright, but I heard him say this, like, about, he was quoting someone else, but I don't know who it was. But he said, like, they said that a good movie tells like both sides of a good argument. Like it tells it tells both of them well. Like it tells like a good argument and tells them both well. This isn't necessarily like going back and forth on some deep argument in this movie, but it definitely makes you be like a cult movie. It makes you be like, I kind of feel with these kids. Like like it's just like they're like way of like, okay, they're just like I mean, they have to do what they have to do. Like I mean, they don't really have to like rob and shit, but there's also like these fucking like murderous fucking like gang rapper guys that are running the fucking block and everything that they gotta like speed up to and everything. So it's like there's so much more going on in this like society and everything, and it's just like, so they're not bad kids is kind of what, you know what I mean? Like they're like, you see how they're just like brought up from their situation, and it's and like the fact that they're so like they have so much camaraderie and everything, and like there's so many scenes where it's like the shit happens, and then when the shit happens to avenge it, you're so excited. Like it gives you the chills. And you actually genuinely care for the characters, because no matter what, like, you know, obviously it's not a super deep movie with character development, but they genuinely... Except for Moses, sorta.
Except for Moses, yes, the main character. But they genuinely do make you, like, think the characters are good people. And I think they bring it in more when... Again, I guess this is without spoiling. They bring in 2 younger kids. Like, when we say kids, we're talking, you know...
grade school.
15 and up. When we're talking younger kids, we're talking, like, 8 to 10, I'd say, right? Yeah. About. They're young kids, and you can already see they're very similar, like, being brought up in the same way because of the environment. But they're
That's interesting, yeah.
They're still just trying to fit into their environment.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I didn't even think about that, but it goes exactly what I'm saying of, like, it's just showing how, no matter what age you are, this is just the environment they're being brought up in. And now there's fucking aliens coming out of the sky. Alright, I think we're going to switch to spoiler time, which is not...
To end this section, the general message is, after you watch this movie, think about it for about 30 minutes.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
you'll get a lot more out of it.
That's definitely true. I mean, even then, and this is the person that liked the movie more, and because Noah's 100% right, you don't even need to think about it. Think about it for 3 minutes, and it's like it's gonna, like, you don't even need. This movie is not some like crazy fucking shit. It's literally like, it's a fun ass movie that you'll enjoy, and like, when they give you the like main ideas of like we've been saying, it's pretty verbatim. Like, they literally say like directly, oh yeah, they gave us like, first it was drugs, like, or first it was crack, then it was guns, now it's fucking aliens, and it's like,
this wasn't America. America gave the black people crack.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know the UK, if that's what they're saying, maybe they did too. So, maybe, I mean, black people just get fucked around the world. That's kind of the truth. So.
Yeah.
So,
switching to spoilers, let's start with this. Fucking Moses is 15.
Okay, yes. You reacted strong. All I'm going to say about this, you reacted very strongly to this. And I understand why, because also John Boyega was probably like 25 when he fucking made this movie. So it's like...
1.
Yeah, so...
and 2.
It's just... It doesn't make sense, but it's still cool that he's that young.
Yeah, like, I get the concept of getting him young. I'm not critiquing that. I'm just saying, couldn't have said 17. Because that man... I mean, that's a man.
That's true.
Like,
even like
that makes you
16, 17, yeah.
look like a boy.
Well, that's because I am a boy, Noah.
Well, yes, that makes me look like a boy.
I weigh
and I'm 6'2".
100 pounds on a good day.
Shut the fuck up.
It's just the truth. I'm a little small fry. No, but I would be Skimpy, or whatever his name is in this fucking movie. The guy with the fucking fireworks. Kid? I have fireworks in my fucking garage right now. I love fireworks.
And I still have fireworks in my car.
Really?
Well, that's refocus. Don't get your eyes like that. Other thing. Okay. So, big concept with the aliens. The hormones. From killing the female, right?
Yeah.
They get all over Moses.
Mm-hmm.
One. He throws the little, dead alien with all the hormones to the side, kills the others with fireworks. This actually brings up 2 points.
Gas and fireworks.
Why the fuck could he have not just thrown the alien and his clothes out the window and then taken a fucking shower?
I mean, you're right. I think they were going for vengeance. I mean,
yeah,
you're totally right. Like,
I get at that point it was vengeance.
Yeah, like that's my stupid argument because technically you're right, but I'm just gonna say for the story, imagine how fucking stupid and boring of an ending.
That's true. That's true. And that's
it was
just
a pretty sick ass ending.
It was cool as fuck.
And it's not even just a sick ending. That's what I was gonna say earlier. Everything that every bad thing that happens in this movie is matched with a good thing that makes you be like, it gives you chills. Like, it's just like,
yeah.
It's such a wholesome movie in those ways where when the good things happen, you're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I love these kids. Like, they're getting their, it's happening. Like, when the little kids save that, they light that dude the fucking alien on fire in front of the garbage, you're just like, fuck yeah, they're doing it.
I'm about to sound so stupid because the little kids with his super soaker, I did not think at all the entire time that he had gasoline in it.
I mean, that sounds stupid.
I thought he was gonna spray piss.
Dude.
And he was gonna spray piss on the dumpster.
Okay.
And it was gonna fucking make the alien not smell it.
I went to the bathroom during when they first ran out with the water gun.
Keep in mind he's seen this movie before.
Yeah, it was 6-7 years ago. I was young. But I'm just saying, but you're right. But I totally forgot what the fuck was in the water gun. That's a small thing. I didn't remember what was in the water gun. Right. So I was just like, oh shit. When they were running with it, while I was peeing, I was like, this could be, is it vinegar? Is it piss? Is it, I had no idea what it was.
I was so sure it was piss.
I literally, piss was the number one option on, Family Feud? Mm-hmm. What's the number one option for being in the water gun?
Piss.
And that's 100 points. I don't know how the fuck Family Feud is, but it's also racist, in my opinion.
Oh, Family Feud?
Yeah. It's always a completely white team and a completely black team.
You have not watched enough Family Feud on YouTube.
No.
It is only mostly...
It's only that. No.
It's not always. It's not always. But Family Feud has its own issues. Steve Harvey's a piece of shit.
Dude, what's that with Ellen? Have you heard of the Ellen situation?
So...
What do you know about it? Because I don't really know.
I just know... She's planning on canceling her show. From what I've heard, it's a hostile work environment. Before that, in the past coming years, Ellen's a piece of shit. She's a complete dick to a lot of people, and just generally on her show.
I didn't know that, and that's sad.
Yeah, and just generally on her show, her pranks to people are she's fucking scared and actually hurt people off of it.
Really?
A little bit, but a lot of the stuff on her show, apparently, according to the main producers who say they handle the day-to-day stuff, it's not her doing it. It's they handle it, and people have felt like it's a hostile work environment.
I don't really sexual know. Abuse runs rampant in it, and they just and she's never done anything about it. And yeah, it's just that. I've heard that It's a very hostile work environment.
See, I don't know too much about that, but. Getting back on track outside.
I'm just saying, isn't that crazy? No, because Ellen is ever since we were born, Ellen DeGeneres was Ellen. It wasn't all you needed was
2007.
Okay, I don't even know, but I'm just ever since my brain came into fucking consciousness.
Is it in consciousness?
No, but whenever that sort of started to happen a little bit. It was oh, Ellen, yeah, I know her. Ellen, my brain was immediately oh, Ellen, I'm 5. Ellen, pointing at the TV, Like oh, she's dancing on with all the people in the crowd, and you're always like, and she seems like she has this like persona of being like the perfect fucking human being, and it's just like, oh, she's a stone cold asshole, and that's fucking crazy.
I mean,
like
that's
you would
kind of
never
been a thing for a couple of years.
I know you would never expect like, because it's like people have been like. I'm actually not a humongous fan of cancel culture to a point, but it's also like, you would never have ever been like, oh, Ellen, humongous icon and homosexual, like, and honestly, like, that's what, like, I mean, like, good or bad, she did do, I would say she genuinely was a humongous fucking icon and, like, homosexual, I don't know if to say rights or just like issues in the country and the way people looked at it, and opened up people's minds to it a little bit.
LGBTQ and awareness.
You're right.
Is what he's meaning to say. But he just smoked out of a water pipe. So.
Why would you say that? Now I literally can't I have to fucking delete that now.
It's just a water pipe.
Alright. Well,
we're opening Sprite and drinking or smoking out of water pipes. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna have to cut that part because that's like we can't straight up no.
Well, you also said homosexual culture like 8 times.
Is that bad?
It's just not good.
It's not good, but it's not that bad. No, now we gotta jump back in.
Thank God. Because we got off topic for a good second. You also don't need to cut it.
I definitely do.
Okay, so.
But now it'd be way funnier if I didn't. And I just left this whole conversation.
That's the whole point. One point, and this is very, well, okay, fireworks. Big part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is just one point that stuck out with it. Because, like, the fireworks, like, it was just a fucking cool part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Made it so enjoyable to watch with all that and the smoke and everything. Cool cinematography stuff. When they first throw it underneath, like, the car, the big round thing,
mm-hmm.
How many fireworks do you think it would take to blow up a car?
I don't think
any
amount of fireworks can blow up a car. Cars don't, like, they're made
designed not to. Yes,
it's gotta be the world's shittiest car, and it's gonna be like, you gotta spend like $1,000 at the fucking fireworks store on the best shit.
I mean, just okay.
Actually,
I'm just
you know the humongous fucking ones you see over like the river, like
those would just propel it up.
But
I think
those, if you put like, honestly, if you put 10 to 15 of those right underneath the gas tank and got them to all explode at one time, that would probably fucking explode the car. Okay. Excuse me. That would probably explode the car.
I guess I shouldn't say blow up a car. I guess I should say, like, fuck up a car. Because, like, the one they went...
That would not have fucked up a car, what they did. At all.
They threw a similar round to the one we got.
I've seen because that shit. No, I've seen.
I guess it wasn't like mortar.
It was just like humongous firecrackers.
I don't know.
It was just a huge drum of huge firecrackers. Okay. So like that wouldn't have exploded if I. Also, no, this is a UK police van. These things are made to take RPGs.
It's the UK. They don't even
I'm telling you.
They're not allowed to have switchblades. They can't have knives past about 2
Dude,
inches.
Is that okay? Is the fucking police, like, when they go, it's the armed police? I was like, is that a joke or is that their real fucking names? Because I don't think the regular ones carry guns.
No, they don't.
So it's like,
they do not.
So, like, are the guys with all the guns, they literally go, it's the armed police! It's like, come on, guys. You couldn't come up with a slightly...
That's why I'm saying when you say they're designed to withstand RPGs, buddy, that's only our cop cars.
Dude, our cop cars... Is every cop car around the country one of those, like, Ford Explorers? Because they're like everywhere I go, it seems to be those.
Pretty much all the vans, and then I can't remember what car brand like the sedan type ones are.
It's like a Dodge Charger or something.
It's something like that.
But dude, what fucking bullshit? Because whenever I see those fucking Ford Explorers, they look so goddamn perfect and they're so equipped, and I'm just like, you do not need all that shit.
Dude, you know Eureka has a fucking like ex-Iraq war vehicle.
Yeah, they have like a Humvee. Dude, there's fucking in Beverly Hills they have like Teslas and fucking Lamborghinis.
Yeah,
and
no,
shit.
I know.
No, Wildwood, I was driving around one time and or it was like Ellisville, and they had like a cop car going down the street, but it was like a parade car looking, and it looked like a Humvee times cop car looking thing, like a Hummer cop car, and it was humongous and had these like 3 giant like police flag, like those like Blue Lives Matter things flying behind, and it was a police, like this is like a police, we're like paying for this in the taxes, and I was literally like, I was trying to get a fucking picture of it or like a little video to be like, wow, this is what the fuck they're getting here. Like,
I was watching a whole thing about
stupidest
this.
shit I've ever seen.
A whole thing about this. The U.S. government sells the trucks, like the car truck type things, like kind of Humvee type things, that were used to go over landmine infested zones during the Iraq War to police stations at a massive like 70% discount. So towns like ours have them.
I mean, they definitely have them, but when I'm like in like St. Louis and in like the fucking hood, like when I'm between like Mark Twain and shit,
I'm saying
I'm telling you,
I know, ours.
I know. What I'm saying is, when I'm there, I don't see shit like that. I've never seen a fucking. I mean, I've seen
they only bring that out for.
I see way more fucking police, like just in numbers. Like one time I was driving down the street and I was like, oh fuck. I mean, not to, like it's. I don't give a fuck what they were all fucking. They were all white police officers, but I was literally like, oh shit, I'm in like the fucking hood. Like I was doing Postmates or DoorDash, and I saw like a group of like 6 fucking dudes all like standing under this tree, like walking around and shit, and they were all like chests up and everything. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm not like freaking out obviously, but I was just like, oh man, I don't know what that is. And as I'm coming up, I'm like, oh, it's 6 cops. And I got so fucking scared. I was like, oh my god, that's terrifying. Like, they're just chilling under the tree. Like, it's like, oh man, I fucking cannot, like, it's fucked up.
So, to get us back on topic.
I mean, but this all has to do with the whole point of the movie to a point.
That's where I'm getting back on topic.
Yeah.
The end of the movie.
Amazing. I get chills.
From what I saw, it was only white police officers.
Yeah.
Arresting Moses, a black kid, and then 2 other drug dealers and a racially mixed kid.
Yeah.
And bringing him into it, and this whole community that is about, I'd say, in London, 50% black, which is very high for London.
Who the fuck's racially mixed?
Oh no, it wasn't the racially mixed.
I'm
sorry.
It was
3 white guys.
I know exactly. I was thinking of the other 3 white guys and the 1 black guy, and the only person like Moses is the one that they're cheering for.
I was thinking of the other one who came out of the dumpster with the aliens, and started the Moses chant.
Yeah.
The racially mixed kid.
Oh, okay.
At least.
I think he was just a Jewish.
Was he? No, that's an assumption. As much as I'm assuming.
Yeah,
we're both assuming.
Why
we're
are you
both
saying,
garbage people.
No, you're the garbage person because you started this all by going racially mixed. You could have just said, like, you could have just picked one or the other.
Well, he looked like, okay, you know what? 1, he's not Jewish.
He could definitely be Jewish. He looked like every single kid at 85. Well, there's one kid that I know that looks exactly like him. That's
I'm
Jewish.
in a
so maybe.
55% Jewish fraternity.
Wow.
I have more experience
Wow,
with this.
you're an expert.
Oh, we gotta cut that.
Oh, so now we gotta cut that? Now you wanna cut that? Bitch.
Okay, anyways.
This is a disastrous podcast, but I don't give a fuck. I'm posting it all.
Oh, we're gonna cancel. Anyways. They start the Moses chant.
Yes.
And, I mean, obviously, like, as actual liberal, like, good, I like to think, we're good people.
Okay.
Despite what we just said.
Okay, continue.
It was very impactful hearing that and, like, seeing this black kid just march down into a police car after knowing that he fucking saved the day.
Yeah.
And
then
this whole community rallies behind him.
Exactly. It's just like, like, he's the king of the block for real. And it's for, I don't know, like, because that's what I mean. Like, I feel like people in those communities, that really is kind of how the structure, it kind of can work. You know what I mean?
And
like, and
we really would
like,
never know.
Yeah, but I mean, like, but I'm saying, like, people look up to people, you know what I mean? And like for better or for worse, like they had the rapper dude, I don't know what his name was. What was
the
it? A
gangster.
snitch. I'm gonna fucking get my clip. Bop 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 bop.
I do have
Is that gonna get copyrighted? Because that was probably pretty on point.
I do have a point on him.
What?
Well, I guess it's more of a question.
What?
And it really is just a question. Why the fuck? Like, I get, he's supposed to be like a gangster.
Is his name Black Youngster?
All that. No, it was like a flat cap or something is what they called him.
I'm thinking of someone else, probably.
Well, I'm feeling better now. But why is he fucking such a piece of shit?
I'm so fucking stupid. I just saw a meme of him with a fire ass song today. Black Youngster. He's a rapper. And I'm just fucking stupid as shit.
Anyways. Why is the gang boss guy such a piece of shit and so targeting Moses after he saw
I can tell you exactly
that
why.
thing.
That's what I'm saying, because that's what I'm saying. In these kind of communities with these kinds of structures, like, I shouldn't say communities, it's like a gang thing. And then they but the gang kind of like ends up rubbing off on the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, in that kind of environment, Moses is the most, he's like, if that guy, the rapper dude, is the alpha male, Moses is the beta, is that right? Like, he's the next one in line kind of thing. I don't know if it's right. But
Moses is another alpha.
Yeah, but he's the other one. He's the biggest other one out of everyone on the block. Like, it's that rapper. The rapper dude knows that Moses is like way better than him, and he's gonna take him over one day. Kind of like people are gonna get behind Moses instead of that guy one day. Like, you could tell that from when he gives him the drugs. He's like he's already trying. He goes, I own you.
Yeah.
He goes, I own you. I own this block and everything like that. And so he's literally saying, like, you don't get any bright ideas. And then Moses doesn't blink. He doesn't say anything. He just stares at him. It's like a stare down. And because it's like two fucking alpha males like fighting. You know what I mean? And it's just like the whole. And then once he has a little bit of something on him, then it goes all the way. But it's like, in that world, it's all about your like buffed up status, because it's just like that's how you survive, because people like that will kill you, you know what I mean? So it's like this kid Moses is from the fucking absolute worst fucking kind of environment you can be in. The only person he lives with, quote unquote, is his uncle. That's in and out, but mostly out is what he said, I think.
He doesn't seem to be there.
So it's like so it's like he's just from like one of the kind of like the worst situations you can get, but he's the king at the end of it. He's the one everyone's chanting for, and it's amazing. Like, I don't know, and I like how they kind of leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger. You know what I mean? Like, I like when they don't give a movie doesn't give you exactly what you want on the spot, like right on the head, you know what I mean? Of just like, oh, and here's the ending of him getting released and everything, and like da da da, because it's like,
you know what,
it was a happy ending, but it wasn't the exact happy ending that would be obvious.
You know what it made me think of?
What?
So the original ending to Get Out.
I haven't seen that. The original.
Well, I haven't seen it, but okay, so it was Jordan Peele's original idea for the ending.
Yeah.
Wasn't the TSA agent, what's his name, coming up?
He comes
it
up and
was
shoots him, right?
a cop coming up, like an actual police officer coming up and pointing their guns, and either, I believe it was like him getting arrested.
Yeah, it was something fucked up.
And going to prison, and that was supposed to be like the end of the movie. That's what it kind of reminded me of.
That's a really good point, because I think I literally heard an interview with Jordan Peele, and he was just like, yeah, but that was a little bit too, like, obvious.
I think
he
said it was obvious, and I think he said, like, they did it with some focus groups.
Oh,
and
that's exactly it. And
it was like, people left and were like, oh my god.
Too fucked up. No, you're right. That's what it was. It wasn't too obvious. People were too fucked up from it, and the audiences
were like, I don't like this. And it wasn't that they
it
didn't
still
actually
did amazing, but
yeah, it wasn't that they didn't like the movie. It was that they were like, I physically and mentally am traumatized.
I mean, I literally wrote an entire paper on that fucking ending.
Yeah.
On the ending, I wrote a whole paper about that scene and like the importance of it and how it compared. Because it literally, that movie came out like around months to a year of the Michael Brown situation and everything. Like, it was so pertinent to the time and everything, and it was just like when the cop rolls up and like his friend, but you just see the lights, you're literally like, your immediate reaction, especially at that time, I mean, and still today, your immediate reaction was, oh my god, the police are gonna just see him standing over this white girl covered in blood and they're gonna arrest him, you know what I mean? And it's just like, that's what you're expecting. And it's like I said, I love I think it's actually better, just like in a story way. It's just better that they didn't do like him getting arrested.
Yeah, the twist
because it literally makes you go, when it's not the cop, it made me go, I need to check myself almost. You know what I mean? Because it was like, that's almost my prejudice now.
Well, I don't think it was that. I think it was more like, it made me just think about, like, I don't know if I'd say it made me think about it more, but it made me like, the entire time, like, you know, obviously I was predicting that, and then afterwards I was like, oh, okay, so, like, it ended happier, I feel good for him, but, like, oh my god, what if it didn't?
No, yeah, what if, but I'm just saying, like, when my brain immediately went to, like, oh my god, it's gonna be a cop, you know what I mean, and they're gonna arrest him, or, like, or worse, you know what I mean? When that's where my brain immediately went, when I saw the lights, and then it was his friend, I was like, oh my god, that's almost more, like, it's just the world we live in, but I was like, isn't that so it made me, like, totally think about because that came out when we were, like, 14, 15, I think. Like, I
think
saw
about
that.
15.
Yeah, so it was like,
no, that was
when I saw that 15, 16.
2016 Oscars.
Okay, yeah, but so like just when I saw that, it made me think about just race shit way differently, because I was like, why did I think it was gonna be that way? Why like, it wasn't that way.
Yeah. But
why did I think it was that way? And that's so important, you know what I mean? And that's what made me walk away with my jaw on the floor. Like, I was like, fuck. Alright, well, we've talked about a lot of other shit that's not Attack the Block.
And I think that's kind of fair, because it is a good movie. It's not that deep. It has some good messages.
We've been talking about stuff. It. Yeah, that's what I mean.
It ties into a lot.
Everything we're saying is fueled by the fucking movie we just watched.
And it will make you think about a lot more like complex movies you've seen. But yeah, I think we're ready to finish it off.
Alrighty.
Are you gonna do copyright music this time?
No. Should I sing?
Yeah, sing a little bit for me.
What should I sing? to lead us out. It needs to be a good trailing song.
I don't have a trailing song. You're the one that likes music.
Fucking come up with a song, goddammit. I'm singing.
I don't have a fucking song.
Know what? I'm not gonna be able to sing if you don't come up with a song.
Alright, fine. Sing I Can't Fight This Feeling.
I can't fight this feeling anymore. I don't know what I'm even fighting for.
And that's the end.
Goodbye, everybody. I can't fight this feeling anymore.
That last part's definitely a cut. Well, that was garbage, but fun.
I mean, it was kind of garbage, but it was indeed fun, and I don't know if it was complete garbage.